This is the Successful Archi Students. This is the Successful Archi Students podcast, episode 22. So you're an Archi student. You're smart, you're creative, and heck, you're ready to take on the world with your crazy designs. Before you get to that point, however, you need to build up the habits and the knowledge and the skills of a successful architect. And what most students don't realize is that you don't learn these things over time. Rather, you learn these things through experience and deliberate practice outside of your university education. My name's Kyle, I'm an Archi student just like you, and I'm committed to being successful, no matter what it will take. And I'm hoping you're ready to take that journey with me as you listen to the Successful Archi Student podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today I'm bringing on another guest because last time we had Serena on the podcast, and today we've got Vesal from Iran. Vesal is a 19-year-old student from Iran. She chose to go to art school instead of high school. Now, Vesal decided to major in architecture since she was 13, and I think that's quite incredible to have motivation for the last 7 years or 6 years of her life. So I've been asking her some questions about how she stays motivated to study architecture, and she'll also be sharing some things about how you can succeed as a high school student who wants to go into architecture. And she also explains some of the cool things about art school instead of high school. And really, it's just going to be a great show. It's a bit shorter than the last episode. So we really just get straight into the details and straight into the advice for you guys. And so I think that you'll find this video really, really helpful. So without further ado, let's get straight into the interview with Vesal. This is the Successful Archi Students podcast, episode 22. Welcome to another show. Today, I'm here with a very special guest. I'm here with Vesal from Iran. What's up, Vesal?
Everything is good. Here is snowing. Hi to my friends who are watching this episode.
Beautiful. It's a real pleasure to have you on the show. We did have some technical struggles there for a little bit, but we are finally here together. So I want to get to know a bit more about you and your story. So in the emails you were sending me, you said that you're about 2 months out of college and you chose to go to art school because high school was boring and not for you, which I completely agree with. Could you tell me a bit more about yourself and where you are in terms of your education?
I'm Vesal from Iran, Tehran, and I'm 19 years old. I have graduated in practical university in Karaj, and I'm in love with architecture. I love the things that are related to architecture. That's all.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So you decided on architecture since you were 13. So
yes.
Why did you decide to pursue architecture? What was so appealing, or what did you like the most about architecture?
First, I have to say none of my family is graduated in architecture, and I wanted to major in something different in my family. I wanted to experience something different. And on the other hand, my older sister knew about my skills and the economy of my country. She told me she offered me to go to architecture school, and I accepted it. And from my childhood, I loved building and making maquettes. I played Sims. I love that. I'm still in love with that game.
Oh yeah.
And even when I saw a thing, I started to draw doors and windows for that. I knew about my skills. I prefer to continue in what I have a skill in.
Awesome. And
thank you.
So over the past, there'll be 6 years now, have you ever lost motivation to study architecture? And if so, how did you convince yourself to keep on going through that?
Yes, of course. I've lost my motivation most of times. But I am a human. You know, we are all human, not computers. We need rest. When a person focus on a special thing for a long time, uh, she or he needs to have some rest.
Mm.
Yeah, of course, I can't accept any excuses except rest, except tired thing. I don't know, like this. And sometimes when my teachers were not so friendly with me, and they behave me like a simple, like other students,
Mm.
I lost my motivation. And after that, they knew about me. We started to have gorgeous designs. I finished so many beautiful designs and process uh, projects with. And pay attention that there is no reason to giving up and losing your motivation in the way you love.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I can't speak very good so well
Oh, you're doing
in
great.
English.
Yeah, you're
Thank
doing
you.
really well.
Thank you so much.
And so, for the students who are out there who struggle to stay motivated and stay on track, to kind of have this long-term motivation like you did for 6 years, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to them who are struggling?
Believe your skills, believe your God, and let yourself be being something tired. And the situation in a personal life sometimes is variable, you know, and it's normal to sometimes giving up. And when an architecture has enough knowledge that what an inner mistake is creating, she or he could never get tired.
Mm.
It was like.
Yeah, I agree. If you have a passion for something, then it doesn't like you don't consider it as work, and it really helps push you towards doing it more and doing more of what you love because it's something you enjoy doing. So it's not work to you. And
Mm,
so you mentioned that you go to art school, and so
mhm.
I want to know how this differs or how this is different to high school.
Absolutely. Art school and high school has so many differences.
Mm.
In art school, you can see more. In my viewpoint, you can see so many special characters,
Mm.
so many special people with different minds. You know, uh, you can see so many colors. You can see so many judgments
Mm.
projects. That's it. I prefer art school because I love art, and I think I've created just for art. High school was so boring for me. Mathematics, physics was
Mm.
so boring for me. There were too many students. They didn't work with colors. They just
Mm.
wrote numbers and like this. It was boring for me. It's
Yeah.
my character.
Mm. Sweet.
So,
And on that topic, is there anything you do in your free time? Because you're obviously very artistic and very creative.
mhm.
And so that's kind of something that you've got an edge over other students with. Um, but is there anything you do in your free time to get ready for architecture school or I guess any kind of drawing or reading or practicing using programs and software? Is that anything you do?
Yes, I try to learn Revit with
Mm.
myself in
Mm.
house, and also I practice 3D Max.
Mm.
I love it. I love this modeling
Mm.
program. And I also watch architecture programs in YouTube and television.
Mm.
And one of my teachers, one of my best teachers, have offered me to work with her, and I accepted. I'm
Wow.
working with her, yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, yeah. That's going to give you even more of an edge over other students. That's an absolute yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
something I think is really good for you.
Thank you.
And as well, is there anything that you wish you would do that you don't do at the moment?
Yes, I wish all of the architectures all around the world have more communications.
Mm.
I'm in Iran and I can't go to other countries without visa.
Mm.
I love to be in Australia, your country, Italy, Germany, all of countries, Greece, especially Greece. And, on the other side, I do my best for my wishes. If you want something really, your wish comes true. Try for what you want. It's my advice.
I love that. If you've got goals, you should definitely chase them. Don't sit at home doing nothing about it. Definitely just work with what you've got. I love that.
Thank you.
So, what scares you the most about architecture school?
Oh, the most thing I am scared about is when my marker goes in the wrong way in randos. Oh my god, it's terrible. I think it's terrible thing. But seriously, I don't scare really. Seriously, I don't scare of anything because I believe my gut, I believe my hand, and I believe my thoughts. Believe yourself and do what you want.
That takes a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Yes, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so I've got one more question for you, Vesal. So if there was a first year student or there was someone who wants to study architecture, who wants to be an architect and is aspiring towards that, is there one piece of advice that you would give to them?
Don't be scared and believe your skills. Pay attention to what is going on around you. Please try to save the world by positive vibes, good energies. Don't smash down the students who don't have enough skills. They're humans too. And be yourself, not a copy of other. Yes, like this. And at last, the most important thing, stay on your own feet and don't rely on others. That's what I do.
Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm sure there are so many students that are going to find that helpful. And so I really do appreciate you taking the time to come on here. And just one more question as well. If someone wants to connect with you, you're on Instagram, aren't you?
Yes.
And so if someone wants to find you, how would they contact you?
Can you give them my ID, Instagram ID?
Yep.
Okay. I'm agree with that.
Yeah, cool. I'll put that on
and
the
also
screen.
my WhatsApp number, I don't have any problems with that.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. I'll add that on the screen, and if someone wants to get in contact with you, Vesal, they can do that. Thank you so much again for being on the show.
Thank you, Kylie.
I really do appreciate it. It's been an absolute honor.
Thank you, Kylie.